Hi, this is Terry of Ramblings of a Texas Craft Room. What I'm going to be rambling about today is about a card that I made. This is my mocked up stained glass window card, and what I wanted to do was make a card that had some stained glass qualities to it. And when I found this vellum, which is made by Slice, but you could use any colored vellum. It doesn't matter who makes it. But I bought this at Tuesday Morning, and it's an 8x8. There were 24 sheets in here. But of course, Tuesday Morning is a sellout or a overstock store, so they don't always have it. But anyway, you can buy colored vellum at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So to make my card, you will need a vellum of different colors. You will need some sharp pointed scissors. I'm going to use my Fiskars. And you will need some glue. And I use the two-way glue, the squeeze and roll. It works really good. And also, you're going to need some vellum glue. And this works really well, too. Alright, let me show you my card, and then I'm going to show you some other things that I made. Then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, the card I made is 3.5 by 7. And I wanted a long rectangular look to it, so that's why I made my card this size. Now the cut that you get off of Cricut, which is you get it off of Stretch Your Imagination, and it's on page 59, and you can make it in a square or you can make it in a rectangle, and I wanted a window look more, so I did mine in the rectangle. This would also make a good door. Also, you could put a knob here, it would make a door. And then I just added some ribbon to the bottom. And this is vellum. I just backed it with some more vellum on the back of it, and then I stamped my sentiment in the middle. And this is Jeremiah 29:11. And so this is going to be for my church, and so that's why I wanted the stained glass look. Let me show you what else I did, and then we'll get on to how I did this. Okay, there is another version. It's the same principle. I just took vellum and put it behind the silhouette, and it just turned out so cute. I just think this card is so vibrant, and I just really love it. It has a really opaque. You can see right through it. You can. I don't know if you can. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved the camera. Sorry. Hope I didn't make you dizzy. You can see the pattern behind the vellum. If you don't want that, you can. After you put your vellum on, you can back it with some white and cut it out the same way you cut out the vellum, and it'll cover that up and you won't see the pattern through there. But I liked it like that. I thought it was kind of pretty, so I left it. But I really do like this. And then I got to making this one. And this is a wedding card, and it's a tone-on-tone. So I don't know. I'll hold it up. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera because it is tone-on-tone. But what I did is I used some just some white frosted vellum, and I ran it through the Cuttlebug, and I put it on her skirt and on her veil. And then the groom, I just covered him with the vellum, and I used some off-white to do their little faces. And I'm going to put a little pearl right there on her necklace. I just haven't done it yet, but I got a little tiny pearl, and I'm going to put right there on her. And then, I don't know if you could tell or not, but when I did the little banner, I wanted it to pop up. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I put it on some pop dots and sort of squished it to make it pop up like that and gave it some dimension. And then I put it on some paper. This is some tone-on-tone paper. And I just think it turned out really pretty. It's a really pretty wedding card. And then I got to thinking, what else could I do? And then I made this card, which I really like this card. And this card is a recycled card. This is the vellum in the back. I just took some vellum and ran it through my Cuttlebug and put it on the back. And then I cut out the silhouette. And this is the same watering can that this one is, except I just cut off the bird. It already had a little bird, so I didn't need the bird, so I just cut off the bird. And then I took an Easter card that I had, that I'd gotten for Easter, and I love the artwork on it. So I always save cards. If I find a card that I like with artwork, I always buy it. If I see a card at the dollar store that's really pretty artwork for $1, I will pick it up and reuse that artwork. And so what I did is I cut the artwork out and put it inside the little can, and it just turned out adorable. And I put some lace on it and a little bow with a little rose, and this just says happy birthday, and it just makes a really sweet little card, and it was real simple to do. Alright, let me show you how to do this so you can make some too. Okay, alright, what you do is you take your and I've already started this one a little bit. You take your little cutout, and the best way I find to do that is to turn your cutout over, and you can see how I put it on there. Okay, so we're going to take one section. We're going to take this little section right here, and we're going to put our glue. Now we don't want too much glue because if it bleeds through on the vellum, it does not absorb. It just makes a big stain. You do not want that. Trust me on that. Okay, so we're going to take our paper and we're just going to cut it. And now the vellum has two sides. It has a really bright side and then it has a frosted side. You can use either one, mix them, however you want to do it. That's going to give you a different look. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here where we want it to go, and we're going to let the glue. Now the glue is, you got time to maneuver. It does not stick down right away. And basically what you're going to do is you can't have it overlap, because if you overlap this yellow into the blue, you would see it back there because it's so opaque. So you have to stay within these lines. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of hold it down with one hand, and you're going to lift it up. See how I'm lifting it up? And we're going to cut this black line. We're going to cut right down the middle of this black line all the way around it, so it stays just right there, okay? And it's real easy to do. It sounds more complicated than it is. You lift it, and then we're just going to cut right along this line without cutting your black line. Okay? Kind of glue it back down, kind of just piece it back down. Now on the inside here, you can cut right along here. But don't leave a little halo. Okay? There you go. First one's done. Now, let's do the next one. Let's do one on this side over here. Now remember, you want some glue, but not too much glue. And what I find is I kind of pat it down a little bit so it doesn't pull. Because you don't want it to seep underneath the vellum. Because if you do, oh, it just makes the biggest mess. Okay. So we're going to take our, and we're going to put it down. And we're just going to do it like that. Okay. So it grabs it to hold it for us, but it's not going to totally glue it down just yet. It's going to give us some time to maneuver it. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut right along this black line, right in the middle of it. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to cut right along this line. Okay. Now we're going to come back up here and we're going to cut right along this line. Oh, it moved. It's okay, we can move it back really quickly. Okay, and then we press it down, so we'll start gluing it. Turn it over. There you go. Now the hardest part of this is figuring out where to put your colors. I'm just stuffing them on here. You will certainly lay out your colors a little bit better. You don't want two colors of the same matching or, you know, anything like that. So you want to make sure that you, right here, we're going to go ahead and put the purple right here. Let me show you again. Put the glue, but not too much. And you put the glue right on top of the vellum. It's okay. As long as you don't go over that black line, you're okay. It's going over that black line that causes trouble. Okay? So we're going to put it here. Let it grab it for a second. See, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but if you did that, if you overlapped it, you could definitely see exactly where it overlapped. So you got to stay within those lines to give it the stained glass look. So now you can certainly, on the inside and the outside, you can cut right along that line, or you can go right in and cut right along that black line. Okay? And we're just going to go right along that black line to keep it inside the black. There we go. And then we press it back to make sure. And we turn it over to make sure it's not overlapping, and it's not. It's fine. Okay. We're going to put some orange. And do one more, then we got to move on. Because I know I've only got 10 minutes, and as much as I ramble, there's no telling how long I've got here. Okay, we're going to take our orange, and we're going to put it right there. Blow it down for just a second. Want it to hold, but not. And we're going to cut right along that black line. Okay. Make sure it holds a little bit. You don't want it to totally glue because you want to be able to maneuver it, but you want it to hold it so it doesn't move on you. And we're going to go around this black line. Right along. Okay. Put it down. Remove our excess. And see, this one we're going to cut right here. Okay, there it is. And that's how you do it. Now when you're done with this and you get ready to put it on on your card, you're going to take a white piece of paper or whatever color you want. White is what I used. And you're going to glue this with this vellum runner. Now if you took regular glue and put it behind this vellum, you're going to be able to see it. But the vellum runner, you do not. And you just put it on there just like you would an ATG gun. And you put it down, cut it out, and then stamp your sentiment right there, and you're ready to put it on the face of your card. Okay, it's a real simple thing to do. I hope my explanation made sense. It's very simple, and it's a lot of fun to do. And like I said, there are lots and lots of applications to this. When I started playing with the silhouettes on some of the cartridges, I thought, oh my gosh, there is so much we could do. This one has a really pretty a silhouette for packages. And wouldn't that be pretty at Christmas time to make a tree and then put these really pretty packages underneath that with all these different colors on it? It just really would be pretty. And another thing I did too is I was thinking I would really like to have a stamp with this little water can and this little bird. Of course, I don't have a stamp like that, but I thought, well, that would be so pretty. And then I thought, wait, I do have a stamp. Because really all a stamp is a black outline of something, of an artwork. So what I did is I cut it and I glued it to some white paper. And then I took my markers, or my pencils. I'm doing a thing on my blog called Simple Pencil, and it's just learning how to shade, and I'm in the process of learning how to shade. So I do have a stamp image of that. And what's really cool about it is I have a stamp image of lots of different sizes. There's 5 or 6 sizes. When you buy a stamp, it's only one size. This right here gives you a stamp, and when I color it all in and finally get happy with the way I colored it, then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it out, and there I have my stamp image. Isn't that gorgeous? That's just the benefit of playing with this, that I found that, and I thought, wow, there's so much more we could do with that. So I like on the pups, what's it called, pups? Paper pups. Paper pups has a lot of silhouettes. We could do some really cute dog stuff, and just so cute. But anyway, that's what I'm doing over at Ramblings of a Texas Craft Room, and I do appreciate you coming by and listening to my ramblings. And if you'd like to come over to my blog, it's called Ramblings of a Texas Craft Room .blogspot.com, and see what we're doing over there. Lots of fun stuff. I'm doing a napkin swap right now. Next month I'm going to be doing a card swap. So if you're interested in either one of those, if you see my other video where I used a napkin and some cling wrap to make a card, there are a bunch of people contacting me about doing a swap, and so we're doing a swap this month, and that's closed for now. I have enough people already to do that one, but we're going to be doing another one, and we're also going to be doing a card swap next month. So if you're interested in doing that, you're welcome to come over and contact me, and I'll get you the information. But thank you so much, and I hope you make one of these cards, and if you do, please let me know, especially the recycled cards. I just love the thought that those are recycled. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Bye.